ready for sugar-free September? Can you give up sugar for 30 days? Let me know in the comments below, because you know I run this free challenge every single year, and this is now the 5th year that I've run it, so it's going to be the biggest and the best that there is. So let me know in the comments, are you going to be doing sugar-free September, and who is going to be joining you? So for those of you who haven't met me, I'm Libby, and I'm the founder of ditchthecarbs.com. I'm a pharmacist, a health coach, mother of 3, and I make low carb as easy as possible for the entire family and as budget friendly as possible for the entire family. Nobody wants healthy eating to be any more complicated or any more difficult or expensive than anything else. So welcome. And like I say, I always love to know, where are you watching from? Always tell me which country you're watching from, because we always get an entire, I'm sure, the international audience here. So it's wonderful to have you here. So like I say, today is the launch of Sugar-Free September. It was launched quietly on the website probably on Monday or so, but today is, can you live sugar-free for 30 days? You're about to find out. So come and join Sugar-Free September. It's completely free, and you get lots of goodies, and I'll explain those in a minute. But now is the time to absolutely get back on track. If you've been stuck at home and eating all the things that you know you shouldn't have been eating, or going straight back for comfort food like chocolates and ice cream and candy and cakes, now is the time to get back on track, and now is the time to protect your health. So Sugar-Free September is the perfect way to get back on track. It will hold you accountable. You'll know it's a really good 30-day challenge, and you do it your way. Basically, it's to try and reduce as much sugar as you can for 30 days, but everyone does it slightly differently. And I've got a tracking sheet that you get when you sign up, that you set your challenge your way. So some people just want to give, if this is day 1 for you and you're absolutely hooked on sugar and you don't even know how to start, and you're getting cranky and irritable every time you think your chocolate's going to be taken away from you, maybe you just want to set yourself the goal that no more chocolate, no more candy bars, and no more ice cream. That might be just enough for you. Or maybe you know that you're hooked on sugary drinks, that you always have a can of sugary soda by your side, or one of those energy drinks, or even the fruit smoothies. They're still really high. It's still natural sugar, but it's still really high in sugar. So you set your goals and your challenge your way. And then we have everyone in the whole range of the spectrum who have been low carb or keto or carnivore for quite some years. So they tend to choose to add in another aspect to their challenge. So they might want to do no snacking for the 30 days. They might want to have no low carb, sugar-free baking for the 30 days. You do it exactly how you want. And last year, I also remember this, one lady said, she said to me, Libby, she goes, I am so addicted to chocolate. She goes, the only thing that I can commit to for the 30 days is no peanut butter cups for 30 days. And that was her challenge. And that was absolutely fine. And you don't have to get it perfect, and you don't have to be perfect every single day. You've just got to sort of, make the very first step. And I always say progress, not perfection. If you're just doing one little thing a day, that's all you need to do. So let me see who's hopping on. Tell me if you're going to be doing the sugar-free challenge, and also who will be joining you, because it is, like I say, I've been doing this for 5 years now. I know what works and who has the best results, and it's always people who are committed and who do it with, say, a group of friends or even work colleagues. When you go into the page, you will see that I give you a poster, and you can put it up on your work, maybe next to the cookie jar, maybe next to onto the vending machine. That's a really good incentive. Or there's so many different ways to get a friends or team to enjoy. So here we've got here, Shannon, you've kicked it for 6 years, over it for life, absolutely. And that is what I really want to reach out to everybody here. If they've got no idea how to even give sugar and ice cream the flick, this is how you start. Sugar-Free September for thousands. Last year, I think we had 7,000 join. For thousands of people, that was their very first footstep into a sugar-free life. And all you need to do is choose one thing that you're going to give up, or choose a range of things. It's completely up to you. So that's wonderful. I've got Debbie from Texas and Revnet from Melbourne. Oh, I'm from Southern California. Excellent. From Gibraltar. Okay, I don't think we've ever had anyone from Gibraltar, so it's lovely to have you. So like I say, let me know where you're watching from and who is doing the Sugar-Free September Challenge. So this, when you sign up to Sugar-Free September, this is the book. I'm just going to show you what you get given. This will be emailed to you in your very first email. This is the book, and it's a quick and easy guide, all the snacks, and there's a shopping list, and there's all the sheet. So this is the challenge sheet, which every one of you fills out. You don't have to put it anywhere. It's just so you know what your challenge is, and you just want to challenge yourself for the month of September. What will you choose not to eat or drink? And like I say, there may be depending on what part of the journey you're on, for some of you, it might just be, I'm going to give up peanut butter cups for the whole of September. For some of you, it might be, I'm going to give up sugary drinks and only drink, non-sugar drinks or fruit teas or herbal teas or coffee, whatever it is that you want to have, sparkling water, whatever you know that you're sort of like addicted to in sugar-wise, what do you want to give up? It could be that you want to give up all sugar, all baking, all ice cream, all candy, anything that's got sugar in it. It could be that you want to actually give low carb a go. So for some of you, when you started Sugar-Free September last year, maybe it's time to ramp things up a notch and go low carb. It's completely optional. Don't think because I'm a low carb site, I'm wanting you to go. Yes, I would love you to, but it's completely optional. And if you've been maybe keto or sugar-free or carnivore or any kind of on the spectrum of low carb, if you've been that for a while, maybe you want to add something else in, like say no snacking for 30 days or no sweet low carb baking for 30 days. You do it your way. Or might even be you add in, I'm going to do an half an hour exercise every single day, but you write it on your sheet. And then there's another little area on the sheet where I want you to calculate how much sugar do you currently have, so before the challenge starts. So what would an average day look like to you? For some people, it might be anywhere from 50 up to 300 grams of sugar a day. Then at the end, I want you to calculate how much sugar you have by the end of the 30 days. So how much have you got down to? Are you down to just maybe 1 or 2 teaspoons of sugar? So that might come through either your vegetables or your milk that you use in your tea and coffee. So I really want you to see how far you come. It's really wonderful. So let's see who else is hopping on here. Oh, we've got Carol from Aberdeen, from Honolulu. Oh, I love Honolulu. Honestly, I want to be back there again. I really did. We spent my 50th birthday there last year. It was absolutely fantastic. From Indiana. Oh, watched during a thunderstorm from Pembrokeshire and Wales. Well, big hug. Stay safe. And Southport and England. Lovely to have you all here. So, first of all, what will you learn? You will learn how to stop your sweet cravings. I'm reading my list here because I've got so many. You will learn which sweeteners to use and which ones to avoid. You'll also learn which alcohol is maybe the best on a sugar perspective and which ones you want to avoid. And if you want to give up alcohol, it's completely up to you. It's a deal breaker for some. This is sugar-free September, not dry July. Some people might want to add that in, some don't. So that, again, is completely optional to you. What fruits you can use and which ones should be avoided, which ones can be enjoyed, how to order your coffee, because there's a huge distinction between a really good coffee order and a bad coffee order, and I'll explain all of those through the emails. How to cook healthy sugar-free treats, and I'll also explain how much sugar is in sort of like a healthy lunchbox or a healthy dinner. I go through absolutely everything through the 30 days. There's a lot to learn, and you get it all completely free. So when you sign up, like I say, you get the free book, which is this one, and that will show you everything you need to do. You also get the sign-in sheet, but you also, through the 30 days, probably every I don't want to bombard you, but maybe every 2 or 3 days, you'll be getting an email and explain everything that you need to learn to live sugar-free for life, because 30 days is great, but let's continue it lifelong. You also get, I think there's 3 more ebooks that I give you along the journey. So there is 50 low carb and keto snacks. I think there's 100 top tips with 20 extra. I think there's a lunchbox book for kids. I give you all of these throughout there. You also get access to a Facebook group. I will do weekly Q&A sessions with you. What else do I give you? A challenge tracking sheet. And so the weekly Q&A sessions, that's what people have generally loved last year as well, because it keeps them accountable. And there's also a sign-up sheet. If you want to, there's a little poster you can print to get your workmates involved. You can post it near the cookie jar, or you can post it on the vending machine, or you can post it in your work canteen, wherever you want to put it, to get your friends and your colleagues to sign up. So all of that's there in for you. You'll avoid sugar for the 30 days, but like I say, it's completely optional how you do it. So if you've got any questions, ask me below and I'll answer everything. Whenever I do my weekly Friday lives, I answer all of your questions. So we've got from Australia, I'm in lockdown and craving sugar. Okay, Simone, we can help. I can help you, honey. Because in lockdown, I think everybody has been going back to their comfort food. Everyone's been going back to what they know and love and adore, because life is crazy. We live in a crazy world, and everyone's gone back to their old habits. So this is a perfect time to reset and to protect your health. There's nothing worse for our health than being locked up, no exercise, rubbish food, and being locked up by ourselves. It's time to get back on track, and I can show you easy ways to do this at home. So it's lovely. I'd love you to do this. On hello from Victoria. Oh, Victoria, absolutely. Big hugs to you, because I know how tough life is in Victoria. You'll be committing to 30 minutes daily outdoor exercise. Brilliant. Absolutely love it, love it, love it. I'm going to give up milk. Okay, that is one thing I don't think. I've pretty much given up milk. I only have milk in my tea, but I've tried to go black tea, and I cannot do it. So big up to you if you can do that, Christine. That's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And I think I'm going to give up sugary drinks, way too much soda and sugar, iced teas. I might go further than that. Excellent. And you know what, Tara? Oh, bless you, Tara. How are you, sweetheart? Big hugs to you, Tara. Love you to bits. If sugary drinks is your number one thing, that's all you need to do. That's all you need to focus on is go, and this is what I teach in like a lot of my members who then go on to Ditch the Carbs Pro. This is what I teach. Do it stepwise. Pick on one thing which is your easiest to give up and your worst area of sugar. So if there is sugary drinks, go for that and think, okay, for 30 days, I'm going to give it up. I can survive for 30 days without my sugary drinks. What are the alternatives? And so I say a lot of people who are hooked on the sugary drinks, number one is see if there is a diet option. Now, I don't like diet options long term, but there is a place in the beginning, because if it gets you off from your sugary drinks to your diet versions, immediately on day one, you have cut your sugar, probably on your daily diet, down to maybe 80% or 50% of what it was. Then we go stepwise and we slowly get you off the diet drink. So you might drink, I know some people who came in last year and they were on sort of 12 or more sugary sodas. They then swapped that to 12 diet sodas. Then as they got on, they go, okay, tomorrow I'm only going to have 10. The next week I'm only going to have 5. And then you go into 3. And you replace and then you remove. And that's how we get rid of the sugar for you. So that's what I love to do. It doesn't have to be a pantry clear out. And if that works for you, great, go for a pantry clear out. If it doesn't, we do it stepwise, and I'll walk you through every single step of the way, because it has to be sustainable. Because if it's really tough, you're not going to do it, and you're not going to stick around, and you're going to go, oh, it's too hard, basket, I'm not doing it. So I would teach you how to do it. I've done this with three reluctant children and a reluctant husband. I know how to do this slowly and stepwise. It really, really is. Oh, there we go. Can I do low carb or carb-free eating and have low fat foods? Okay. You don't want to go low carb and low fat, because basically you're just on a protein diet. If you haven't got your 3 macros are your carbs, fat, and protein. So if you've gone low carb, you've gone low fat, you've only got protein in there. And protein is great, but it's going to be very unsustainable for you if this is day one for you. A lot of people are on protein-only diets who are on carnivore diet, absolutely, and it works for them. But if it's day one, I would just suggest just to go sugar-free. If you're okay with sugar-free and you've been it for a while, great. Then you might want to go stepwise onto low carb. Then when you're low carb, you might want to go keto. And then we kind of play around with your macros, what works for you and what doesn't. And what will work for one person will be unsustainable for another. Some people love keto. They find it very restrictive, so they've only got a small number of foods they can eat. Other people can't stand it. They think it's too restrictive and they're always on, off the wagon. So we find a balance that works for you. Oh, bless Alyssa, I need to go cold turkey on potato chips. Yeah, and lots of reasons for potato chips, because they are the worst combination of high carb and high fat, and it's toxic fat. It'll be the ultra processed seed oils like your canola oil and soybean oil. All those ultra processed vegetable fats are really easy oxidized and very quite toxic. So yes, you give those up. I'm pretty much keto, but really struggle with chips. We'll go sugar-free too, as it hides in a lot of places. It absolutely does, Alyssa. And one of the emails that is in the sugar-free September sequence will be all about how to spot hidden sugars, because a lot of people say they're refined sugar-free, and that doesn't mean anything. Refined sugar-free just means they didn't use table sugar. They just didn't use what we would think of as regular sugar. They will use another form of sugar. So people will still use, say, honey or agave syrup or maple syrup. There's still forms of sugar. It's only table sugar that people think of as refined sugar, and they go refined sugar-free. But all that means that's code for we used a different kind of sugar. A lot of people use coconut sugar and think they're sugar-free. Well, they're not. Spoiler alert, they're not. So that's brilliant, Alyssa. I really, really want to help you there. Oh, and David says, thank you for your answer and for your knowledge. My absolute pleasure. I absolutely love doing Q&A sessions. And when you join Sugar Free September, the link is above. I will do weekly Q&As in the Facebook group or in the page here, whichever one. I'll share them anyway. And I get loads and loads of questions, so I'll answer those as much as I can. So like I say, this is the book you get above. That's what I'll send for you. That's your challenge sheet. And then sign up. We start soon. You can get ready now. You can start to plan your meals. You can start to think, okay, these are some great snacks I want to have in hand. What do you want to stock your pantry with? You know, try and get rid of all the crisps and the chocolate and the candy, whatever it is you've chosen to give up, or your sugary drinks, and then get in some healthy snacks as well. And I will help you every step of the way. So are you ready? This is the most important time to look after your health, to get back on track, and lose maybe those pounds that you've piled on during lockdown. I know so many people have said that they've completely gone off track and they need something to be accountable. So this is it. So join us in Sugar Free September, and it's going to be the best ever.